Hello, everyone. I'd like to share my quick thoughts on a fairly simple but engaging game, Those Who Rule. One of the game's strongest points is its simplicity. You don't get that unpleasant mix of boredom and frustration that often comes when starting a new game, facing a pile of unfamiliar mechanics you don't feel like learning. Instead, Those Who Rule throws you right into straightforward and intuitive gameplay. The rules are easy to grasp, and the game never overwhelms you. That doesn't mean there's no content here. The game offers about 20 tactical missions and a wide cast of characters, each belonging to one of 6 basic classes. As they level up and boost their stats, every class can unlock an additional advanced class at level 10 and an exalted class at level 20, which grant extra active and passive abilities. Between missions, called chapters, you can visit the forge to buy gear, weapons, and armor for your characters. The game features 7 weapon types, each with its own properties. Weapons can also be upgraded and enhanced with special effects, and some rare ones even grant additional active skills. Also, along the way, you'll assemble a diverse team of characters, each with their own distinct traits. The story, while simple, works well. It's not groundbreaking, but it does its job. You'll want to follow the Rangers on their journey and see how their story ends. Occasionally, the game even throws in small but pleasant choices, like deciding who to keep alive and recruit to your team. At the very end, you'll face a bigger choice that determines which of the few endings you'll get. The art style is another plus. Personally, I found it quite appealing. Of course, the game has its drawbacks. Simplicity, while a strength, also has a downside. Sometimes the lack of variety really shows, which won't appeal to everyone. The game is essentially a linear sequence of story missions tied together with dialogue, with no freedom to choose their order. A few optional side quests would have gone a long way. Active skills also feel limited. By the second half of the game, depending on class and equipment, characters usually have about 4 to 5 active skills, but outside the basic attack, only 1 or 2 of them feel truly useful. Balance is decent, but not perfect. Some classes and characters, especially those able to earn extra turns under certain conditions, are clearly stronger than others. On higher difficulties, tanks and archers dominate, while other classes die too quickly from enemy attacks. The game also has a random element. When a character levels up, each of their stats has a chance to increase, and different characters have different probabilities for specific stats. If you get lucky a few times, the character will gain boosts in the stats they really need. If not, after just a few levels, they'll start falling behind. Another issue is the sheer number of characters later on. You can only take a limited squad into missions, and since leveling only happens in battle, there's no auto-leveling. Unused characters quickly fall behind and become too weak. At the time of recording this review, I also couldn't find any way to respec a character's chosen class. As for the story, while the characters are colorful, there's not enough development. Fewer characters with deeper dialogue and more story events might have been a better choice. Overall, Those Who Rule is a good game, though its simplicity and limited content make it hard to compete with big-budget titles. Still, it has plenty to offer. It's very accessible, with easy-to-learn but satisfying mechanics. What might seem primitive at first is deceptive. There's enough content here to keep you entertained for dozens of hours. The game encourages you to experiment with different characters and gear to find the most effective tactics, especially on higher difficulties. I definitely recommend it to fans of tactical games who might be tired of sprawling, content-heavy titles. Those Who Rule offers a chance to take a breather and enjoy a more streamlined but still exciting journey with the Rangers. That's all from me. Thank you for watching. Play good games, stay healthy, and may you have peaceful skies overhead.